Okay, since we had some really cool signs, and I'm gonna go ahead and just do a quick video. So, um, Liam and I started having my very first dream, not started, but my very first dream was on 9/7 this year. And then it was probably early October, no, it was early October that we started seeing these huge groups of vultures. And when we would come to this particular park, so we come to this particular park, as cheesy as it sounds, we come here to be closer to God. There's nobody else over here. It's just like a little neighborhood playground. There's not a lot of equipment, but it's awesome because we'll come here, we'll pray, we'll sing, probably look like crazy people, but it's fine. And a lot of really miraculous, cool things happen. So for example, when we first started coming here, we would see, we first noticed this huge, I don't know what you call it, a group of vultures. And I'm not talking like 1 or 2, 10. I'm talking like 50 plus. One of my first videos that I ever posted, it's probably in my shorts, and it's of the vultures flying together. And that happened for about, I would say a week. That happened where we would see these huge groups of vultures just flying in like a cyclone, just churning and churning over the Walmart, actually right across the street from our house. Anyway, so that had led me to, because I was like, is there a biblical meaning behind this? So I remember when I was first, I was still pretty new to everything. I mean, I'd had some really cool dreams in the beginning. And so I ended up looking up vultures, what part do they play in the Bible? And I was led to this one here. It said, Luke chapter 17, verse 34 through 37. It says, and most of you probably already know it, but this was new for me. I tell you, in that night there shall be 2 men in one bed. The one shall be taken and the other shall be left. 2 women shall be grinding together. The one shall be taken and the other left. 2 men shall be in the field. The one shall be taken and the other left. And they answered and said unto him, Where, Lord? And he said unto them, Wherever so the body is, it says where the eagles will be gathered together. But the thing is, the one I read before said vultures, where the vultures will be gathered. So I apologize because I'm not reading the same one that I saw before. And so that actually made me start looking into vultures. And I was like, oh, wow, they actually play a really cool part in the Bible. It makes sense. So I had read something that said that they mean a dishonorable death, maybe because they come and pick at your bones and everything after you're gone. That's why sometimes we've seen different depictions of the rapture in different movies. Like in some movies, you just get sucked up like aliens, like they show aliens that just suck you up into the sky and they take your body. Or you see where your body gets left, like in the movie The Remaining that I just watched, pretty recently. I think it was only like, I don't know, a couple weeks ago, a month ago. Anyway, the reason I'm even making this video was because today at about 10:15, I was like, hey, you know what? Your brother just got his haircut yesterday. Let's take you to get your haircut. I'm sure my kids are sick of me giving them haircuts because I'm cheap. Anyway, so I took them to go, and was taking Liam to go get his haircut today. We turn, just out of our subdivision, take a left on the very first street on our way to this like 6-minute drive to get his haircut. And what do we see on the lamp post? What do we see, bud?
Light post.
No, what did we see on the light post? A vulture. It was legit sitting up there. I'm going to post a picture of it today, but I was like, that is so crazy, So even though we were on our way to get his haircut, I went ahead and pulled over on that street, and just so I could get snapshots of him. It was the coolest thing ever. So vultures have been what I consider part of our sign. Like when God tells us like, hey, I'm here, I'm here. That's part of our sign that he's around. And I thought that was really cool today that we had a last minute idea to leave the house, even though it's freezing outside, and we happened to see one on the lamppost. Well, then we're at this park right now, since Liam has gotten his fresh dew, and we're out here, and we were standing here playing and then looking up at the sky, and all of a sudden we see a shadow go above us, and really low flying was another vulture. I was like, that is so cool. I was like, I got to make a video. Well, I wanted to make the video about something that I was kind of nervous about sharing, because it's probably going to sound so stupid to some people, but it was important to me. So I have a business page on Instagram, and not that part matters, but I'm getting ready. Like I've kind of explained to some of you that I have molds coming in from China, which I just got really awesome news today after we got done with his haircut. I got a text at the same time that said, hey, so we saw a vulture. He got his haircut. and looks amazing. And then I also got a text from the guy who I work with here in the United States, who's like the liaison for the people in China, saying that our molds are actually in Houston, and so they're going to be in Mesquite probably by next week at the manufacturer. We're going to start production. Like, this is so cool. God is so awesome. Anyway, right before Thanksgiving, so what was that, the 27th of November, the day before, I had posted these dolls that they have come out with, ones where you have to chase. That's what they call like a chase doll, where you have to chase down the one that has the different colors. You can't tell the color of the doll until you put it in cold water or cold weather or whatever. And I happened to get duplicates, and this other girl happened to get duplicates. She was not following me, but she happened to see my post, clicked on it. We got into conversation. She's like, oh my gosh, you got the one I wanted. And I was like, you got the other one that I wanted. I was like, why don't we just swap? And she's like, okay. Well, I wanted her to trust me, so I promise this story has a reason, has a meaning behind it. I was like, let's go ahead and swap. I said, but I want to show you my Mercari to show you that I've been selling things online, online retail for years, and I have a 5-star rating because I always want to take care of people the way I would want to be treated in business. But I wanted her to feel confident that I wasn't like a scam artist, because just because you have a business website on Instagram does not mean that you're a good person or you're an honest person. So anyway, she agreed. She was like, this is great. I said, I'm going to sweeten the deal. I'm going to go ahead and pay for your shipping, and I'll send mine first. I said, don't send mine yet. I will send you a shipping label when I'm ready. But I'm going to go ahead and send yours first. And she's like, okay, sure. So the day before Thanksgiving, you come and say hi?
Yeah.
The day before Thanksgiving, I went ahead and sent it. But before I sent it, something kept tugging at my heart. So this is where I'm telling you to listen for yourself. Something kept tugging on my heart to go ahead and take one of the stickers that I had created to put a note on the back about how God has touched my life. And I was like, man, this is so scary, because I think I've told you guys before that my family has even said, don't put anything necessarily religious on your business stuff, because the people who are going to be interested in your product might not be religious or whatever. They might get really upset, and you could turn away a lot of people. And so I've been trying to abide by that, and it's been tough, because I feel bad for God. I don't want God to be up there like, wow, that's really nice, I helped you make this product, because he did. I have a whole story behind that I'd love to make a video on one of these days if we're not gone by then, to talk about that, because that story alone would knock the socks, I think, off of most people if you heard how wild this how long this took me to make, and then how the last 6 months he transformed it into what it is now. But anyway, I went ahead, something kept telling me, grab one of your stickers. On the back of the sticker, on the paper, write a personal note to this girl and tell her how God has touched your life. And I was like, okay, this could be really bad, but this could be really good. And I'm trusting this, this tugging in my heart. So I go ahead, I read it, I read it, and it's terrible. It's stupid. I miss words. Like I actually missed words in there, so it doesn't even make sense. So what I was thinking in my head, I didn't actually write out. And Liam was also talking to me the whole time, so I kept messing it up. So that was part of it. But I write it again. I go to write it again, and then I had misspellings in it when I went to read it. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm done. I'm just going to send the stupid doll off without, this note, this sticker. And something said, don't. You need to fix it. So the third time, I'm not kidding you, I have kept the other two that have all the horrible writing and stupid things on the back of it, and it's like, just do it again. So this last time I said, Liam, I need you to stop talking. I need you to quit talking to me. I need to focus. I want to write this message, and it's really important to me. So I wrote the message, I got done with it, I read it, and I was like, okay, I can send this off. Anyway, I go to post office, drop it off. Super nervous after I sent it the whole week. So Thanksgiving and every day I was waiting for the girl to get the package. I'm just like stalking it on USPS.com, and I see it finally made into the inbox, and I'm like, oh my gosh, to her mailbox. Every day I was watching it, and then once it finally made it there, I was super nervous that she was gonna get it. She was gonna write me and say, you're a psycho. Do you want me to still send this or not? And so surprisingly, what I shared personally, which I don't remember the exact words. Oh, it's okay, baby. I don't remember the exact words that I had shared, but I will tell you this. I had told the girl that, I had told the girl that last year I had been in a really rough place where I honestly didn't even think I was going to make it. Well, I told her the truth. I was very committed to being done with life, and that wasn't the first time I'd been there, but last year was the worst it had ever been. And so I had told her that something had changed. I told her the truth about the call that saved my life, and then I told her that from then on I put my trust in him, and I'm here today. Now I'm about ready to launch my product, and things in my life have stayed the same, but they've gotten better because I have a different perspective. I think that that's a huge part of it. So anyway, I wrote this whole thing. It was a lot better than how I just said it. It was beautiful. She writes me back and says, "Oh my gosh, your journey sounds so similar to mine. We have very similar journeys in how we got to this place that we're at." And ironically, your sticker, and the fact that it had the 21 Pilots quote or verse from their song, a lyric from their song, she's like, "They're one of my favorite bands, and I actually saw them for the first time this year." I was like, "I just saw them for the first time this year." She's like, "Yes, they've actually helped me grow in my faith," because again, I don't know how much more I can express this to people. Yes, I understand it is quote unquote like secular music, but it is a band who has come out and has said multiple times that they use their platform, or they use their music to try to draw people closer. Because I'm sorry, but it is not easy to go from listening to really dark music like some of us have listened to most of our lives, to go to just listening to praise music. It feels weird. It feels very weird. Even sometimes I'm like a little embarrassed listening to praise music because I'm just not mature yet. So 21 Pilots has helped a lot. I will keep saying that till the day I die, unless they change their stance for some reason, but I don't think they will. And yeah, I just thought it was awesome because I took the chance. I listened to God, or the Holy Spirit, whatever you guys want to call it, because I've been told that I am not supposed to say God by some people in my comments of one of my videos. They're like, "Oh, be wary of people who say they talk to God." So let me say this: the Holy Spirit kept pressing upon me to make sure that I finished that sticker. I didn't give up on the sticker, and I went ahead and got the sticker done. Then message on the back of it. I sent it to this girl. And come to find out, she and I have very similar stories, and she loves the same band that I had put as a verse on the sticker, and we have become friends for life. She's awesome. So anyway, I just wanted to tell you guys, God's awesome. He's amazing. Not that any of you don't already know that, but I think the bigger message is, if he presses upon you to do something and you feel like you don't want to follow through. If it keeps poking at you to finish it, to do the thing, because that's exactly what he's telling you. I told my mom, and I told my sons, and I told my husband. I was like, can you imagine had I not actually done that? I mean, I think that would have been, one, disobedient, and then number two, I never would have made this connection with this girl beyond just exchanging a doll with her. I actually found somebody who's like, growing in my faith, and God allowed me to do something additional for her, and that was all him. And it made her make a comment about wanting to find more of that in life. So I'm hoping that it's kind of like a pay it forward sort of thing, where something good happens to her, she's going to pass it on to the next person. It's going to just spread like wildfire, which is a big theme in my product. That's why I keep telling people, is like, I want this to bring you happiness so that you bring happiness to other people, and then it just keeps spreading, Anyway, I love you guys, and hope you have a great day.